Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Cleveland Guardians versus Detroit Tigers. This is the game to watch. The most exciting matchup of the series and the one with the most at stake. The winner here grabs control of the entire series, and both teams know it. The Guardians, however, are in dangerous waters, sending Cobb to the mound. Sure, the veteran has flashed brilliance, but with just one start since mid-August, there are serious questions about his form. This is no time to be rolling the dice. On the flip side, Skubal and the Tigers are in prime position to pounce. Skubal has been rock solid, and Detroit skipper A.J. Hinch knows how to work the chaos. Remember Game 2 of the Wild Card series? Hinch threw everything but the kitchen sink, using 7 different pitchers to shut down the opposition and secure the win. He's ready to do it again, if that's what it takes. All arms are on deck, and Hinch will pull out all the stops to keep his team in the race. Detroit's offense only needs to scrape together just enough runs to seal the deal. With Comerica Park hosting its first postseason game since 2014, the Tigers will have the home crowd roaring behind them. The atmosphere is set to be electric, and Cleveland might not know what hit them. The Tigers take this one. It's theirs for the taking, and they'll deliver. Cobb's been hanging by a thread this season with minimal in-game action, and while he looks solid in his limited appearances, it's been over a month since he's faced live hitters. Not to mention, it's been 11 long years since the right-hander's last taste of postseason pressure. That rust is real, and the Tigers are primed to capitalize. Expect Detroit to sneak a few past him while he's still on the mound, but don't sleep on Cleveland's patience at the plate either. The Guardians have shown they can weather storms like this, and Detroit's chaotic pitching approach might not be enough to keep them off the board for long. One thing's for sure, Cleveland isn't about to be blanked twice in a row. They haven't been shut out in consecutive games all season. They'll find a way to push some runs across, keeping the game competitive. In fact, in 3 of the last 4 meetings between these two teams, at least one side has posted 5 or more runs. With both offenses ready to strike, this one's shaping up to be a high-scoring affair. Take the over 7 runs. This game's going to light up the scoreboard. Philadelphia Phillies versus New York Mets. I'm right there with the odds makers. This game is a pure toss-up. Philadelphia is clinging to a slim minus 115 moneyline advantage, while you can snag New York at plus 105, and I just can't resist taking the Mets with that plus money payout. I'm riding with the Mets on the money line, which means I'm betting on them to punch their ticket to the NLCS. This squad has all the makings of a team of destiny. They've been clutch all postseason long, finding timely hits when they need them most. Averaging 5.7 runs per game so far in October, that kind of firepower will be more than enough to back their bid if they hit that number again. On the mound, they're turning to Jose Quintana, who's fresh off a lights-out performance where he tossed 6 scoreless innings in a win-or-go-home showdown against Milwaukee last week. The momentum's on their side, the bats are hot, and they're playing in front of their home crowd. Everything's pointing in New York's favor. Let's back the surging Mets at plus 105 to take this NLDS battle and move one step closer to the World Series. My pick, New York Mets, money line. With everything on the line in this elimination game, I'm jumping all over the under at 7.5 runs. Let's keep the momentum going, starting with Jose Quintana. The southpaw has been untouchable since late August, boasting a microscopic 0.64 ERA and 0.99 WHIP over his last 7 starts, 42.1 innings. Quintana's been a model of consistency with 5 quality starts in that span, including a dominant outing against the Phillies on September 13th, where he threw 7 shutout innings. The head-to-head numbers also lean in his favor. The Phillies' current lineup has been underwhelming against Quintana, slashing a pedestrian .241/.268/.377 over 191 at-bats. Meanwhile, the Mets haven't fared much better against Ranger Suarez, posting a modest .238/.314/.378/ line over 143 at-bats. In a high-stakes, do-or-die scenario like this, runs will be hard to come by. Both pitchers have proven they can keep these offenses in check, and I expect that trend to continue. With tensions running high and every pitch mattering, this game has all the makings of a low-scoring battle. My total pick, under 7.5 runs. Expect a tight, nail-biting affair. New York Yankees versus Kansas City Royals. Kauffman Stadium is about to be electric as the Royals make their long-awaited return to playoff baseball after 9 years. The atmosphere will be buzzing, and Kansas City is riding a wave of confidence heading into this pivotal game. That energy alone could propel them to victory, but the Royals have more than just home field advantage on their side. Seth Lugo, who dazzled in his wild card performance against the Orioles, is back on the mound. While Lugo had his ups and downs against the Yankees during the regular season, surrendering 4 runs across 2 starts, he's in prime form now. The Yankees' offense looked completely off balance in Game 2, and I fully expect Lugo to take advantage of that, keeping them in check once again. And if that's not enough, the Royals' bullpen has been lights out for the past 2 weeks, making life even tougher for the Bronx Bombers. On the flip side, the Yankees are handing the ball to Clark Schmidt, who has struggled to find consistency on the road. New York was only 5-3 in his road starts during the regular season, and that vulnerability could be exposed in this high-pressure environment. With Kansas City's momentum and Schmidt's road woes, the Royals have the upper hand here. Take the Royals at plus 1.5 runs. They've got the momentum, the home crowd, and the arms to get it done. Lugo will take the mound for the Royals on Wednesday, bringing his sharp 3.22 ERA in night games into this critical matchup. He's been a steady force under the lights, and you can bet he'll be looking to keep the Yankees' bats quiet. On the other side, Clark Schmidt has been lights out in the second half of the season, posting a stingy 1.39 ERA in his last 8 road starts. He's also had Kansas City's number over the years, with a career 3.29 ERA against the Royals. All signs point to this being a tight, classic postseason duel where runs are going to be tough to come by. With both pitchers in excellent form and the pressure of playoff baseball in full swing, expect a low-scoring battle. Take the under 8.5 runs. This one's shaping up to be a tense pitcher's duel. Los Angeles Dodgers versus San Diego Padres. As of this writing, Los Angeles has yet to announce its starting pitcher for Wednesday's pivotal Game 4 of the National League Division Series against the San Diego Padres. Meanwhile, the Padres are sending Dylan Cease to the mound, but he's struggled mightily against the Dodgers lately. In his last outing during Game 1 of a series, Cease was rocked for 5 runs in just 3.1 innings. Prior to that, he surrendered 3 runs over 5 innings in a narrow 4-3 loss to Los Angeles at the end of the regular season. The pressure is squarely on the Dodgers, who find themselves in a must-win situation, needing to take both remaining games in the series to avoid elimination. Despite their recent struggles on the mound, evidenced by Walker Buehler's 6 runs allowed in Game 1 and an alarming postseason average of 7 runs against, they know they have the firepower to turn the tide. I believe the Dodgers will rise to the occasion, unleashing a powerful performance at the plate while their starter and bullpen manage to hold the line. With their backs against the wall, expect Los Angeles to pull out all the stops. My team pick, Los Angeles Dodgers money line. They'll seize this moment and fight for their postseason lives. This series has been a fireworks show, with an astonishing 12 runs scored in the first game, followed by another 12 in the second and 11 in the third. Pitching has taken a backseat to explosive offensive performances, and I fully expect that trend to continue on Wednesday. In Dylan Cease's last outing in Game 1 of this series, the Dodgers lit him up for 7 runs, showcasing their ability to capitalize on every opportunity at the plate. With both teams finding their rhythm offensively, it's clear that runs will be plentiful once again. My total pick, go with the over. Given the offensive firepower on display, we're in for another high-scoring clash that promises to keep fans on the edge of their seats.